Have you ever heard of a contracting officer actually giving the offers a second chance? Well, honestly, to be quite honest, I've not really heard that, but that's exactly what I'm going to show you with this special notice for this solicitation here today. And so let's just go ahead and really dive right into it. If we search in sam.gov for network engineer, at least at the time of this recording, we see if we put it in parentheses, there's 5 results. And so long story short, the Department of Veteran Affairs came out with this network services really for one. Well, they don't tell you the number of FTEs, but the incumbent actually had one full-time employee. And this is in the beautiful Lake Nona area, that medical facility, probably 10-ish miles from Disney. So this is a pretty awesome place to work. But this actually came out in June. This first solicitation, the original solicitation, was due June 27. But if we take a look at this special notice here, we actually have it opened here. We're going to actually read this and then go through and break this down real quickly. Then this notes the reason for resoliciting the Network Engineer 3 services. The Department of Veteran Affairs has decided to resolicit. I'll go through it, and it quickly notes 10 quotes were received, but none of them met the minimum requirement to move forward for evaluation. So this needed to be actually put back out. But the contracting officer kept this again to SD or small businesses, SD VOSVs, looking there first. And the thing that is struck a core with me is honestly, the contracting officer was very transparent and actually, to me, gave these 10 quotes, and whoever else read this, and open back up. The next one's due, if we go back here, on the 25th of July. But there's some things that were wrong, and they note that there were incomplete limitation of subcontracting certificates. Several of the quotes had them incomplete. There's a GAO case that's referenced here to take a look there. And some of those didn't correspond to the correct date of deviation, January 2023. So if we go back here and we take a look, we actually have this open, and we'll scroll down and we'll see. We could search for the specific one, but these are those clauses. And this one is January 23rd, but service disabled veteran. So we would really need to find the specific one. I actually think it is this compliance for services and constructions. And if we scroll down, we see that there is a spot for the offerer to sign, print their name, signature, date, the standard information. But right here, they also need to enter the name of the contractor and basically submit this, not this format, but somehow incorporate it into their quote. So that's one thing that was pointed out. And if we go back and we keep on reading, failure to acknowledge the solicitation amendments. Several vendors failed to acknowledge the amendments made to the original solicitation, which is a critical oversight. And so that's one thing too. If we take a look at this one that's due in July, it has several attachments here, and let's try to look for that amendment. Actually, let's go back here to this solicitation, and it might be here actually. All right, let's see. PWS, these were the questions. It's going to be most likely this 001, Amendment 1. We open that up. Let's see what we got here. Sorry about that. So yeah, we see this dated, one of 2 pages, effective date 7/17, and then of course the amendment number 1 here. And so the offerer would need to sign their name here and date that, and either in the, somewhere within their quote, they need to acknowledge this, or if we go back to the other one, and we scroll up towards the top, the SF 1449, of course, needs the signature there. This is a base year and then 4 option years here, and then the discount terms if there are any. But really, right here towards the top, we see the continuation with some details there. But the very next page, typically, this is where if there are amendments, sometimes there's 2, 3, or multiple ones. The date of that amendment we saw, which the effective date was 7/17, needs to be entered here, and then the amendment number is 0001. So that's another oversight that some of the contractors had there. So again, this is just something that we can always learn from. And like I said, to get this second chance, I don't see it come very often. And we keep reading certain quotes did not include the necessary certificates, copy of required for evaluation. This one actually requires a Cisco certified networking associate, a CCNA, and a CISSP from ISC2 or ISC squared. And those need to be included. Some vendors did not provide a completed price cost schedule or omitted it entirely, which is definitely, this is a RFQ quote. This is crucial for a fair and comprehensive evaluation of quotes. Due to these issues, the VS concluded that resoliciting will ensure compliance with solicitation requirements, et cetera, et cetera. And if we go down to the very end, we see this here. If a contract award cannot be awarded from resolicitation, so the second time around, if there's nothing that's found viable or meets the minimum requirements, the VA will open the competition set aside to 100% small business. So that pyramid, this one is very funneled. It's set aside for service disabled veteran owned small businesses. But then we go an inverted pyramid. We go up, and now the bucket starts to open a bit, and there'll be just any small business now can compete. So whoever's going after this one that's due actually tomorrow, hopefully they took a look at not just all of those attachments, but they actually reference this special notice here. And that's the thing, special notices can have various things. You can find treasure or you can find some rubbish in there. But as we can see here, primary point of contact, Rohan McKenzie, the contracting officer here, actually supplied some gold. This one, like I said, if you ever come across something like this and you got the time to go for it and write it and it's within your alley way, then you don't see this very often, where you can learn from other people's mistakes, not after it's been awarded, but actually while it's still open for competition. So please comment down below. Let me know, have you ever seen something get reopened, but not just that, but some type of special notice that comes out? I won't say clear instructions, but with the, if you ever heard a teacher say tap, 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 or, they're basically saying write this note down for the test. That's kind of what really this is here. But I want to thank each and every one of you out there again for always supporting Gov Ignite here. We try to bring you valuable information and things that can help you and your business really excel in the government contracting space. But until next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and peace.